English tip by tip. The cruiser secret. Cash is king. US versus UK.
Dialogue.
John, I feel like I'm overpacking. Do I really need 3 evening gowns? For a 10-day cruise from Southampton to Athens?
It depends. If we hit the captain's table nights, you'll want them. But remember, space in a ship cabin, or stateroom as they call it, is tight. I've done this route before. The key is layers. The Bay of Biscay can be chilly before we reach the Mediterranean sun.
Good point. I'll swap one gown for a cardigan. Now, what about the paperwork? I have our passports and the boarding passes printed.
Perfect. But here's the most important thing we can't forget: cash. Specifically, small denominations.
I thought everything was charged to the cruise card.
The big stuff is, yes. But for the crew who go above and beyond, the porters at the docks, the cabin stewards, and the waiters, cash is king. In the UK and Europe, it's a bit different than the US, but on a ship, a personal thank you in an envelope goes a long way. It's a vital part of the etiquette.
Right? I'll head to the bank. Should I get pounds or euros?
Get both. We'll need pounds for the departure in England, and euros for when we dock in Mykonos or Santorini. Trust me, you don't want to be hunting for an ATM in a Greek port, while everyone else is heading to the beach.
Important. US.
UK.
Stateroom.
Cabin.
Bills.
Banknotes.
Baggage, luggage.
Case. Suitcase.
Tuxedo.
Dinner jacket. Tux.
Schedule.
Itinerary. Timetable.
What happened?
Mary and John are prepping for a 10-day cruise from Southampton to Athens. Mary is worried about overpacking, and John convinces her to trade an evening gown for a cardigan, noting that cabin space is tight and the weather will be chilly until they hit the Mediterranean. While Mary has the documents ready, John insists on bringing small cash. He explains that while the cruise uses a digital card for main expenses, cash is the king of etiquette for tipping crew members like porters and stewards personally. John advises her to get both pounds and euros before they leave. This ensures they have cash ready for their departure in the UK and their port stops in Greece, saving them from hunting for ATMs during beach time. Exercise. Match.
The industry term for a cabin or bedroom on a ship.
Stateroom.
A worker at the docks who helps with your luggage.
Porter.
A specific value of a currency, e.g. $5, $10, $20.
Denomination.
The staff member responsible for cleaning your room.
Cabin steward. English tip by tip. Hydrant wins. US versus UK. Dialogue.
Mary, you've got to be kidding me. Look at my car. Both side windows are smashed, and there's a massive puddle of water all over my leather seats.
Oh, John. I saw the fire trucks earlier. Did you park right in front of that yellow hydrant again?
Well, yeah, but only for 20 minutes. I just needed to run into the hardware store. Why couldn't they just drape the hose over the roof or under the car? Did they have to go through it?
It's about the physics, John. A fire hose under full pressure is incredibly heavy and rigid. If they put it over the car, the kink in the hose would drop the water pressure, and they might not be able to put the fire out fast enough. Running it straight through the windows is the only way to keep the line straight.
It feels personal. It's like they wanted to teach me a lesson. Do you think the city will pay for the repairs?
Honestly, no. Since you were parked illegally in front of a hydrant, you're actually liable for the damage. You'll probably even get a fine on top of the repair bill.
Unbelievable. I wonder if this is just an American thing. My cousin in London parks like a maniac. Could this happen in England, too?
Actually, yes. It's a bit different there because many of their hydrants are underground, but the law is the same. Under the Fire and Rescue Services Act, UK firefighters can do whatever is reasonably necessary to deal with an emergency. If a car is blocking access to a water plug or an emergency route, they have the legal right to move it or break into it.
So there's no escape? No matter which side of the Atlantic I'm on, the hydrant always wins?
Pretty much. The fire department's clock is ticking in seconds, John. They don't have time to find the owner of a car when a building is burning.
Message received. From now on, I'm parking 3 blocks away if I have to.
Important. U.S.
UK.
Located above ground level, it is easier to access and enables a quicker connection for the fire department.
Usually taps under the road or pavement beneath a small metal plate. Usually, they're labeled FH. You'll often find them under covers on roads, footpaths, or verges.
Where else? Where firefighters have the legal authority to break car windows or move vehicles during emergencies.
US, UK, Canada, Ukraine, Philippines. What happened?
John parked his car right in front of a fire hydrant to run a quick errand, and while he was gone, a fire broke out nearby. The firefighters didn't mess around. They smashed both his side windows and ran the heavy fire hose straight through the car to keep the water pressure up. When John saw the mess, he was devastated, but Mary gave him a reality check. Hoses can't be draped over or under cars because the kinks would ruin the water flow needed to save lives. Since he was parked illegally, the city won't pay a dime for the repairs. In fact, he'll likely get a fine. Mary pointed out that even in the UK, fire crews have the legal right to do whatever is reasonably necessary to access water. By the end, John finally learned his lesson. He's so spooked he's planning to park blocks away from now on just to stay safe.
Exercise. Answer. Where firefighters have the legal authority to break car windows.
In US, UK, Canada, Philippines, and Ukraine.
Does the city pay for the repairs?
No, and he'll get a fine.
Why is important to keep the hose line straight?
To avoid kink that would drop the water pressure.
English tip by tip. Yard sale in US. From trash to treasure. Dialogue.
Mary, I was walking through the neighborhood and saw people putting all their old furniture and clothes out on their front lawn. Are they moving out?
Not necessarily. They are probably hosting a yard sale. Or a garage sale if they keep the stuff inside their garage. It's a very popular way in the US to declutter your house and make some extra cash.
So, they just put their personal things in the garden and wait for people to buy them? Is that legal?
Mostly yes, though some cities require a small permit to make sure you aren't running a permanent business. People usually set them up on Saturday mornings, because that's when bargain hunters are out looking for deals.
Do they have fixed prices like a store?
Usually, items have little price stickers on them, but it's totally normal to haggle or negotiate. If a toaster is marked for $5, you can often offer $3, and they'll take it just to get rid of it.
What if I don't have cash?
Cash is king at these sales, especially for small things like books or toys. However, many people now use apps like Venmo or Cash App to make it easier for buyers who don't carry paper money.
That's clever. I saw some signs with arrows at the end of the street. Is that how people find them?
Exactly. Those neon signs are the classic way to drive traffic to your house. People also post about their sales on sites like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. So collectors know exactly what treasures are available before they even arrive.
Similar traditions.
Same goal.
Giving items a second life. UK,
Car boot sale.
Australia and New Zealand,
Garage sale.
France,
Vide-grenier.
Empty the attic.
Canada,
Yard sales or garage sales.
In Québec, vente de garage.
Netherlands,
Vrijmarkt.
Free market during King's Day.
Germany,
Hausflohmarkt.
House flea market.
What happened?
John is confused when he sees neighbors putting furniture on their lawns, thinking they are moving. Mary explains the concept of a yard sale, a popular U.S. tradition for decluttering. She describes how people sell secondhand items on Saturday mornings, the art of haggling for a lower price, and how buyers pay using cash or digital apps. Exercise. Match.
To negotiate a lower price.
to haggle,
A person looking for items at a very low price.
bargain hunter,
To remove unnecessary items from a space.
To declutter.
An official document giving someone authorization to do something.
Permit.
English tip by tip.
A penny for your thoughts.
Dialogue.
Hi days. A penny for your thoughts.
Hi, John. I'm trying to find a way to make clear to my students the main components of a motorcycle.
I have a presentation ready that I think should help you a lot.
Great.
I happen to have it here if you want to take a look.
Certainly I want. Okay, let me see. A motorcycle frame is its core structure. It supports the engine, provides a location for the steering and rear suspension, and supports the rider and any passenger or luggage. Motorcycle wheels are made to cope with radial and axial forces. On them brakes, final drive, suspension, and pneumatic tires are mounted. The motorcycle brake system slows to a complete stop in just 5 seconds and in less than 2/3 the distance. That's perfect. Many thanks, John.
Please let me know if I can be of additional help. Exercise. Answer. What is the motorcycle frame?
A motorcycle frame is its core structure.
Where are the tires mounted?
On the wheels.
How long takes the motorcycle brake system to slow to a complete stop?
Just 5 seconds.
English tip by tip. True hurricanes and exhurricanes. US versus UK. Dialogue.
Hey John, did you see the news? There's a hurricane warning. And it's heading straight for the coast. We need to start prepping the house.
I saw. It's a bit nerve-wracking. Honestly, why are so many American homes built with wood? If we live in such a stormy area?
It's practical engineering. Wood is flexible, which helps a house give under wind pressure, rather than just cracking like stone or brick.
And why do these wooden houses almost always have a basement?
Builders have to dig deep anyway to get below the frost line, so the foundation doesn't shift. Since they're already digging, they just finish it into a basement.
Is it for safety too?
Exactly. A reinforced concrete basement is an underground shelter from flying debris.
I get it. My cousin in London says they get hurricanes too, though. Is it the same?
Not exactly. The US gets true hurricanes powered by warm water. By the time they reach the UK, they become ex-hurricanes. They lose their tropical core, but still bring massive windstorms.
I see. Whether it's a true or an ex, we better make sure our emergency kit is ready in the basement.
Key information. True hurricane. US.
Driven by warm water.
Exhurricane. UK.
Lose tropical core when reaches UK.
Hurricane.
Formed in the Atlantic Ocean.
Typhoon.
Formed in Pacific Ocean.
Different in scale and impact. Typhoons tend to be larger because of the vast size of the Pacific. What happened?
After hearing a hurricane warning, Mary and John discuss storm preparations. Mary explains the practical reasons behind American home construction. Wood is used for its flexibility to withstand wind pressure, and basements are built because foundations must already be dug deep to get below the frost line. John concludes that the basement is the safest place to store their emergency kit and seek shelter from flying debris. Exercise. Match. A tropical storm that forms in the Pacific Ocean.
Typhoon.
Scattered pieces of waste or remains blown by the wind.
Debris.
To bend or flex under pressure without breaking.
To give.
The depth to which the groundwater in soil is expected to freeze.
Frost line.
Please subscribe to the channel, not to miss any tip. Please share it to your friends.